Welcome. Today we're going to take approximately the next 15 minutes to walk you through Tremendous, a platform that makes it incredibly simple to send payouts. If you haven't already done so, I recommend stopping by the website tremendous.com. First and foremost, this is where you will create your account. It's free to sign up and create your account. There are no minimums, and all the rewards cost face value, and we'll talk about pricing in a bit more detail in just a moment. Additionally, on the site, you can find our catalog. So you can see all the different payment options that Tremendous carries, organized by country. So if you're curious to see, for instance, what rewards can I send to recipients in Canada, you could filter to Canada and start scrolling through. Also found on our site is our API documentation. The API docs are public, and they've got everything you need right here in the introduction to get started and how to start building with the API. Set up in the sandbox, fill out a production access form, contact developers at tremendous.com with questions. But today we're going to focus on using the web app, how to send rewards on tremendous.com. So as stated, what you can do is click right here, and this is where you will create your free account. If you already have an account, you'll click login, which I will go ahead and do now, sign into my account. And once you create an account, this is your home dashboard. So this is where you will log in to buy, track, and manage all of the payouts that you're sending. Before we go through how to do just that, I'd like to actually transition and show you what a payout looks like with Tremendous. So here are a few different examples. And what you'll notice first and foremost is that you're able to customize these landing pages. So we're viewing these from the perspective of the recipient who's receiving the payout. And what's great with Tremendous is you really could use it for pretty much any use case where you need to send someone money. And if we look here, Casper is thanking someone for referring a friend. So it's some type of growth or promotional marketing campaign. And if we look over here, we can see IBM is using this for user research. So they're incentivizing folks to participate in research programs. And so when the recipient receives this payment, they get notified via email or via text. They open it up, they come to this branded landing page. And when they click redeem, they're presented with multiple payout options. So as the recipient of this reward, I could go in and choose a prepaid card. I could choose a gift card. I could donate the funds to a charity, and I'd be given a donation receipt back in my name. Tremendous also carries PayPal and bank deposit. I mentioned we'd talk about pricing in a bit more detail. So PayPal and bank deposit, these two products do carry an additional fee to send. So you'll notice that these two are grayed out on your account when you first sign up. If you'd like to have them enabled, just click the button to request access. Charity donations, gift cards, prepaid cards are all face value, meaning what you send is what you spend. So if you were to send someone $27, it'll cost $27. If you wanted to send them $134, you'll spend $134. You may have noticed in the top left corner, there's a United States flag. That's because Tremendous is detecting my IP address, and it's showing me rewards available in my region. So what's happening here is Tremendous totally automates the delivery experience when sending rewards globally. If I click this, let's just say I was in London at the moment. If I were to open this exact same reward, these would be the options that would automatically display. So Tremendous takes care of all the work when sending rewards internationally. You just need to make sure that you have different options turned on. The other thing to call out is you don't have to display everything each time you send it. You might be running a campaign that says, hey, refer a friend and get a Visa card. We take a look at this option over here. When the user clicks redeem, all they're presented with is a Visa card. And so that's what Tremendous really allows you to do, is customize not only this landing page, the email, but also the payout menu here. So let's hop back into the dashboard. And how do we actually send these payouts to the recipients? Well, the first thing that we need to do is fund our account. And I should call out, if you haven't already created your account, When you do first sign up, your screen won't look exactly like this. Tremendous will hold your hand and it will take you step by step through each process of onboarding to make sure your account is correctly set up, effectively funding your account, adding team members, designing a campaign template, which we'll describe in a moment, but sneak peek, it's these. But first things first, we have to fund the account. How are we going to pay for these rewards and payouts we're sending? Well, the first thing we need to do is decide how do we want to pay. We could link a credit card. This is the other place a fee could arise. There's a credit card processing fee we pass through. You could link a bank account, but typically, especially with larger programs, you'll pay via invoice. And so you'll go ahead and determine how much you'd like to pre-fund in an account balance, like I've done over here, and go through step by step, generate the invoice, pay the invoice. Once the funds are added into your balance, you're notified and you're ready to start sending rewards. And there is additional instruction with all the different payment methods right here in the Help Center. You can just navigate to payment options. Once your account is funded, you can add your team members. Adding team members, there's no restriction to how many users you can add. Click Add Teammate, enter in their email address, and determine if they're a member or an admin. An admin gets to do everything on the platform. A member, you can control what they can and cannot do. So you can toggle on and off different permissions, as well as assigning budgets. Okay, we've funded our account. We've added our colleagues. Now it's time to come over to the left-hand side and click Send Rewards. We're going to select Send Digital Rewards, and the first decision we have to make is how do we want to deliver them? Do I want to email the reward out? Do I want to text it out? Or do I want to retrieve a link and I'll share it on my own? 99 out of 100 users, they're typically using Tremendous and delivering the rewards via email, meaning they'll upload a list of emails into Tremendous and we will instantly deliver them to their inbox. So let's go ahead and select email. And from here, it's 3 simple steps. Choose a template, add in your recipients, and place your order. So step 1, choose a template. You may have already guessed, these were a couple of examples of templates. They're reusable, they're brandable, they include messaging, and they also include your rewards menu. I've seen organizations that create one very generic template for everything that just says, here is your payment. I've seen folks create templates for a bunch of different reasons. They might have one for employee holiday gifts. They might have one for sales incentives. They might have a referral program. They might have a user research incentive. So you can create them, different logos, different messages, different reward options. And to build a template, you'll click Create. And the first step is selecting the products you'd like to offer. So quite simply, if you check a box on this step, it will appear in the rewards menu when the user clicks Redeem. So if you just are advertising an Amazon card, for example, refer a friend and get a $100 Amazon gift card, you would select Amazon and click Continue. But maybe you want to take more of the IBM approach. You don't know what people want. You just kind of want to turn on everything. You can go ahead and do so. We could maybe leave these ones off as we know these are the 2 products that include a fee. What you could also see on this page is the country the product works in, the currency, and the denomination range. Some products work in multiple regions, so the International Visa card is a great catch-all for global programs. As we can see, it works in 211 regions. So pretty much it will have your recipients covered wherever they're located. The next thing that we'll want to do is design the landing page. So this is where we can come in, update the banner. We can update the background color. We can update the body of the message. If we'd like, we can add custom fields, which we see here, to personalize the messaging. Could also pull in a different logo. and our landing page is then set up. We can even add in pop-ups, videos, or redirect links, or just skip this step. And we're on to the email. So if you recall, we said we're going to deliver these rewards via email. This is what that email will look like in the recipient's inbox. Over on the left-hand side of the screen is how you customize the email. So who's the sender? What's the subject line of the message? And what's the body of the message? And this is, again, what it will look like in their inbox. And we can go ahead and name it and save it. And back here in step 1, we can see our template we just created. Or we can edit it, we can preview it. And why don't we take a look and make sure it looks okay? All right, and there it is with the options we turned on. Looks great. So on to step 2. Let's go ahead and select that campaign. On to step 2. This is where we enter in the recipient information. So the name, the amount, and because we're doing email delivery, the email address. If we were doing text delivery, you would enter in a phone number here. If you'd like, you can even enable different currencies, different languages. You can schedule delivery times. You can even create your own tracking fields. But what you'll notice is that all that's required is the name, the amount, and email. That's typically all you'll need to send. If you're sending in bulk, you can come over here on the right-hand side and you'll upload a list of all your recipients. So you'll have a column for name, a column for amount, a column for email address, and you'll upload it here. And after you click add or upload, you'll see everyone appear here. And then we're on to step 3. And this is the checkout page. And we've talked about pricing. We talked about when fees could arise. I'm not paying with a credit card, and I'm not offering these 2 products that carry a fee. And so I'm just paying face value. I click submit, confirm, and my reward gets delivered instantly. A few seconds, maybe to a minute or 2, but they're delivered right away. Your very first order does get reviewed by our team, so expect a slight delay on that first order, but otherwise they're going out right away. So I'll show everyone once again in real time, just so you can see how simple it is to send with Tremendous once your account is set up. Right, so we'll log into our account. Our account's already funded and ready to go, so we'll click Send Rewards, Send Digital Rewards, Email Delivery. Step 1, choose your template. Step 2, add in your recipients. And again, we'd upload a spreadsheet if we had a bulk list. And submit. That's it. Once you get the hang of Tremendous, you're sending these out in under 5 seconds. It's quite simple. From here, we can look at 2 helpful reports right from the home page or in our left nav bar. The first is reward history. So we can see how many rewards we've sent out, the IDs, who the recipient is, who the sender is. We can filter this data, maybe date sent, campaign, you name it. We can export this data. You're able to click into individual rewards. You have a 7-day cancellation window if the reward hasn't been redeemed. You can resend reward emails. We also can look at our order history. So individual rewards could comprise an order, or you could have many rewards comprise one order. Same idea, you can export, filter this data. A few other things to note for folks on this call who might be sending rewards to the same people. They might be exceeding that $600 threshold. This does apply to the United States. It might be annoying having to chase people down and trying to aggregate all their spend, figure out who spent over $600 so you can issue them a 1099. With Tremendous, typically when a user redeems a reward, they click redeem. They can choose their payment option. But if someone's going to exceed $600 in a calendar year, we can turn on a setting that requires the users to fill out a W-9 form in order to proceed. And so they'd fill out their form, and then right from your dashboard, you can download all the W-9s. So it does make issuing 1099s much, much easier at the end of the year come tax season. And last but not least, if you do have questions, we have an account management team. We're here to help. Billing, account setup, reward options, you name it, reach out to our team. As far as recipient support goes, every single reward that goes out has this email appended to the bottom of it. We own all recipient support. You do not have to lift a finger. 9 times out of 10, you probably just need to go into the reward history, click on them, click resend, or search for their name and click resend. Even if you don't want to do that, we'll take care of it. And then, as mentioned earlier, our help center. Everything you've asked has likely been asked before. There's probably an article summarizing the issue or the instructions with step-by-step guides that include screenshots that are all really helpful. So it's a great place to turn to when you have a question. And that concludes the tour. So some parting words of advice. I recommend everyone goes to tremendous.com, creates their account. Again, it's free to sign up. There's no minimums. At worst, you'll have wasted a couple of minutes of your time. I recommend sending yourself a $5, $10 Starbucks gift card. Treat yourself to a cup of coffee. It's a great way to practice sending using Tremendous and also to experience being on the receiving end of a payout from Tremendous. And thank you again for taking the time to watch today. We're looking forward to seeing you on the platform.